Hey guys, my name is Johnny Show, and I chose to do my video on Peter Max. All the following information and background will be sourced from previous knowledge because I've actually done a project on this artist before. We'll talk more about that later in the video. Other sources used were Google, ChicagoReader.com, ArtNet.com, and NewYorkTimes.com. Now let's get started. Peter Max is an American artist known for using bright colors in his work. Max synthesized the summer of love into artworks from canvas to mugs, clocks, scarves, clothes, and cruise ships. A master of pop art, he is the official portrait artist for the Statue of Liberty and welcome banners at the U.S. ports of entry. His work is an indispensable guide for cultural literacy of the 1960s, and his work commands a large following worldwide and is consistently collected by the art world. To start things off, Peter Max, officially known as Peter Max Finkelstein, was born on October 19, 1937, in Berlin, Germany. In 1938, Max's parents fled Berlin, Germany to escape the fermenting Nazi movement, settling in Shanghai, China, where they lived for the next 10 years. In 1948, the family moved to Haifa, Israel, where they lived for several years. From Israel, the family continued moving westward and stopped in Paris for several months, an experience that Max said greatly influenced his appreciation for art. Max and his parents first settled in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn in 1953, where he attended Lafayette High School, New York City, where he was classmates with the future actor Paul Sorvino. In 1956, Max began his formal art training at the Art Students League of New York in Manhattan, studying anatomy, figure drawing, and composition under Frank J. Riley, who had studied at the League alongside Norman Rockwell. In 1962, Max started a small Manhattan art studio known as the Daly and Max Studio, with friend Tom Daly. Daly and Max were joined by friend and mentor Don Rubo, and the three worked as a group on books and advertising for which they received industry recognition. Much of their work incorporated antique photographic images as elements of collages. Max's interest in astronomy contributed to his self-described cosmic 60s period, which featured what became identified as psychedelic counterculture imagery. Max's art was popularized nationally through TV commercials such as his 1968 Uncola ad for the soft drink 7-Up, which helped drive sales of his art posters and other merchandise. Max appeared on The Tonight Show on August 15, 1968. He was featured on the cover of Life magazine's September 5, 1969 edition under the heading Peter Max, Portrait of the Artist as a Very Rich Man. Max has been the official artist for many major events, including the 1994 World Cup, the Grammy Awards, the Rockwell Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the Super Bowl, and others. In 2000, Max designed the paint scheme Dale Earnhardt drove at the Winston All-Star Race, deviating from Earnhardt's trademark black car. He was also the official artist of New York City's 2000 Subway Series, the World Series of Major League Baseball between the New York Yankees and the New York Mets. Max's artwork was first associated with the counterculture, neo-expressionism, and psychedelic movements in graphic design during the late 1960s and early 1970s. He is known for using bursts of color, often containing much or all the visual spectrum. His work was influenced by others. Max's repeated claims, varying in detail, to have worked on Yellow Submarine have been denied by the production team. Max works in multiple media, including painting, drawing, etching, collage, printmaking, sculpture, video, and digital imagery. He also includes mass media as being another canvas for his creative expression. Max often uses American icons and symbols in his artwork. He has created paintings of President Ford, Carter, Reagan, and Bush, in addition to his 100 Clintons. Additional commissions have included the creation of the first Preserve the Environment postage stamp in honor of the World's Fair in Spokane, Washington, border murals at the entry points of Canada and Mexico by the U.S. General Services, and exhibitions in over 40 museums and 50 galleries worldwide. He often features images of celebrities, politicians, athletes, and sporting events, and other pop culture subjects in his artwork. One of the Continental Airlines Boeing 777-200ER aircraft sported a livery designed by Max. His artwork was featured on CBS's The Early Show, where his 44 Obamas commemorating Barack Obama, the 44th President of the United States, was debuted. HarperCollins in 2013 published a book of the artist's memoirs and thoughts called The Universe of Peter Max. In it, he relates stories of his life as well as descriptions and thoughts surrounding some of his artwork. Now being shown on the screen is the original and my version of one of Max's artworks, as I did this for a project back in junior high, when I first started appreciating Max's work. The art piece was named the American 2000, as it obviously had the American flag right in the center, but you can also see the aspects he adds with the random calligraphic lines and wide spectrum of color. A very common type of criticism thrown towards Max are points made of his art style. When you first see it, some people think that the artist was just some little girl due to him focusing on the collage of bright colors and odd aspects. Except for me, I have to disagree, with the statement made that he has an immature art style, and that he should not be respected or called an artist. The problem that those people have is that they can't see the simplicity and spontaneous tone of the art. The pieces are made to give a positive attitude and constantly keep your eyes wandering all over the canvas. Well, that's pretty much all I got for you guys, and I hope you liked it.